What's up, guys? Welcome to the Chess Giant. This is Solomon Erdell, bringing you our third and final video on how to best play one of the most aggressive and fun openings in all of chess with the fried liver attack. The opening itself starts off with e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, and this video is really for you Italian game players as now white plays bishop c4. Now, most of the time here, you'll probably see black play bishop c5, allowing c3 with the Giuoco piano. But here we're reviewing knight f6, which is also a very popular option, the two knights defense. But with playing knight f6, we could play a move like knight c3 or d3. But in this series, we're going over the fried liver attack in which white plays knight g5. Its purpose is clear with both the knight and the bishop attacking that f7 pawn. And really the only move here for black is d5, in which we take on d5. And in the first video of the series, we went over knight takes d5. And in the second, we went over knight a5. In this third and final video, we're going to go over b5. Now against b5, sure, we would like to take on b5, but now after queen takes d5, I really don't like white's position. The best move would be bishop takes c6, and after queen takes c6, castling, we now have bishop c5, and really no matter what white does here, let's just say a move like d3, here black will castle, and then play bishop b7, and I personally just don't like the attacking chances black has here with the bishop coming down on the f2 pawn and both the bishop and the queen coming down on g2, actually threatening mate in 1. So following b5, the most popular move is not to just take on b5, but instead play bishop f1. Now it's here in this position where black really has four main options, and we're going to go over each one. The first one being h6. Now, h6 is actually played a good amount of the time from black, but I think that h6 is a mistake. Sure, black is assuming white will go back with a move like knight f3, but instead we take on f7, and following king takes f7, we now snatch the knight on c6, and I like white's game here. Let's just say a move like queen d5 is played. Now we can play, say, a move like queen e2, and I like white's game here. The second option we'll go over is knight takes d5. I also think that knight takes d5 is a mistake because now it allows bishop takes b5, pinning the knight on c6, forcing a move like bishop b7, and now we just continue to develop with d3, bishop c5. Now we can just castle. Next, play a move like knight c3. We really have a clamp on that e4 square. I like white's position here. And I think really any player in the fried liver attack should be happy with this result. There's some real attacking chances here as well, with the knight being on g5 and the queen having the possible g4 or h5 squares. The third option is queen takes d5. And against queen takes d5, I like knight c3. Simply developing a piece and also attacking the queen on d5. And really no matter what black does here, let's just say queen c5, we're next going to take on b5 with the bishop, pinning that knight again on c6. And following h6, we can just play back with a move like knight f3. And following bishop d7, play queen e2, putting some more pressure on that pawn on e5. And following bishop d6, we can take on c6. And following queen takes c6, now push in the center of the board with d4. And I think white has a clear advantage here. So as you guys could tell with the moves h6 and knight takes d5 and queen takes d5, in each variation white has a clear advantage. And because of this, I think the best move for black is knight d4. Now against knight d4, we now have c3. And I highly recommend you guys actually memorize this variation. This is considered the main line in this variation of the fried liver attack. And if you're going against a high-level player, there's a good chance he or she will have this memorized. white can find itself in huge trouble very quickly if not prepared, but when well prepared, I think white is more than fine. Here the best move for black is knight takes d5. We now snatch the knight on d4, and following queen takes g5, we now play bishop takes b5 check. Absolutely crazy game right now with king d8. And now we play castle. And now with bishop b7, here black is launching an attack on the white king, as both the queen is eyeing g2, as well as the bishop. So because of this, we play queen f3, and now this knight on d5 can't move, because the bishop on b7 is not protected. So here the best move for black is rook b8, and here we snatch the pawn on e5, and following knight e3, it appears as if white is about to lose this game, but queen h3 saves white here. The idea is if bishop takes g2, or knight takes g2, in either case we have queen d7 checkmate, game over. So really here, black has to play queen takes g2 check. We can now take with the queen, and following knight takes g2, we can now play d4. I really do think that white has a clear advantage here. The next couple moves that we're going to play include bishop e2 and then f4, just simply expanding on the king side of the board, and development comes very easily. This bishop on c1 is about to be an active part of the game. We're going to develop our knight to c3, put one of our rooks on the c file, keep pushing these d, e, and f pawns, and I think white has a very comfortable game here, and I would not be upset to reach this position. Well guys, thanks for watching this video and series. I had a ton of fun covering this opening and am excited to cover many more, so do let me know what other chess openings you'd like to see reviewed on this channel. I appreciate y'all, and I wish you guys a great day. Peace. Thanks for watching today's video. If you'd like to watch another one, you can click or tap up here. And I've got a lot more high quality chess content on the way. So if you'd like to subscribe, you can click or tap down here. I really appreciate your support.